Welcome, Kentucky TSA members, officers, and advisors to the 2021 Kentucky Technology Student Association State Conference. I first would like to thank your state advisor and your state officer team for the opportunity to speak with you. I'm so glad that you're able to join us. This year has been difficult, and there's no denying that we have faced some challenges unlike any before. But what has amazed me is the resilience and the creativity that our membership has displayed. You have overcome many challenges and obstacles to be here today, and I'm constantly inspired by the new ways that you have found to stay connected and engaged with TSA throughout it all. TSA is a community, 250,000 members strong, and in Kentucky, you have lots of people that are supporting you and want to see you succeed.
The 32nd Annual KYTSA Awards Ceremony is now in session. Mr. Vice President, would you please call the roll of officers?
Mr. Sergeant at Arms?
Present.
Madame Historian?
Present.
Madame Reporter?
Present.
Mr. Secretary? Madame President?
Present. Mr. Vice President?
Present. Mr. Treasurer? Madame President, almost all officers are present and in their places.
We want to take a moment to thank Army ROTC for their awards ceremony sponsorship. Check out this video showcasing how Army ROTC empowers the next generation of officers.
The United States Army Cadet Command has a home in every state, every U.S. territory, and the District of Columbia. Founded on a curriculum proven and refined over the course of 100 years, we empower the next generation of officers. We take pride in leadership and excellence.
And over 1,000 universities nationwide, the Army Reserve Officer Training Corps has opened doors like no other.
ROTC is all about expanding your horizons. My first helicopter ride was in ROTC. First time firing a weapon, ROTC. The first time taking a long road march, all about ROTC.
We want to help both high school and college students of character pursue their goals, no matter the situation or circumstance.
It takes everybody to play their part to accomplish the mission that we're called to do. And that mission is to support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Army ROTC develops cadets so they can receive both a civilian and military education.
ROTC should not be looked as a last choice, but a first choice. It provides you opportunities for success in areas that you never knew about.
We shape futures and careers for those who are up for the challenge.
ROTC's leadership-focused training prepares cadets to become second lieutenants in the most diverse fighting force in the world. We train our officers to become the best that they can be.
So we, as individuals, all have responsibilities to play our part.
The only thing between you and what you want is air and opportunity.
Because our Army values diversity.
Diversity of knowledge,
backgrounds,
and diversity of experience.
I owe my success in the military, specifically the Army, to my ROTC journey.
Those programs that you learn in ROTC, both in the classroom and in the field, are valuable lessons that can be used for a lifetime.
Participating in my school's rock climbing club taught me the importance of persevering through obstacles.
As a member of the infantry, my cross-country training came in handy and prepared me for the challenge.
The skills I learned at ROTC gave me the opportunity to go to graduate school.
Many of the young men and women that I served with in the units that I served with in South Georgia always told me, don't forget who you are.
I really truly believed I would be in the Army only 4 years and not a day longer. I think you might know I've been in the Army now. I'll be retiring with 38 years of service.
Remember that when you become a lieutenant, and I think I remember many of those things today.
If you enroll for ROTC and keep up your scholastic and military grades, you may be chosen to continue the ROTC course, where you'll be instructed in the technical skills of the Army under trained and experienced military personnel.
Since World War I, ROTC has prepared cadets to lead
domestically and globally.
Through timeless dedication, we have commissioned more officers than all other services and military institutions combined.
We honor selfless service at the home front
and remember those who have sacrificed their freedom overseas.
Our heritage drives us to stay one of America's greatest supporters of education and service.
And after 4 years, you'll be commissioned a second lieutenant in the Organized Reserve Corps, or perhaps in the regular Army.
No matter active duty, Army Reserve, or National Guard, cadets can choose how they lead.
The military does a great job of teaching leadership skills, not only in theory, but in action.
Together, we defend our skies.
Together, we fight.
Together, we keep the Army moving.
Together, we work in the clinic to help save lives.
Together, we stay ahead of the enemy.
To deliver first-round fire for effects on a target every time.
Together, we overcome complex problems with creative solutions.
Together, we lead.
Together, we keep our community safe. Together, we lead.
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 Together, we lead. Together, we lead.
With Army ROTC.
There is no second place in warfare. So we need young Americans that are bright and diverse. Nobody does anything alone. No matter your educational background or where you come from, we have the answer. The future waits for no one. Find your warrior with Army ROTC.
We would like to thank our medal sponsor, Bluegrass Educational Technologies. These medals are meant to represent your accomplishments during the 32nd Annual Kentucky TSA State Conference. We would also like to thank our plaque sponsor, East Kentucky Power Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. These plaques are meant to represent your accomplishments and to be displayed proudly within your school. We are excited to let you know that our sponsors have generously donated materials that will be shipped to your school along with your awards. Finally, a special thank you to Bath County TSA for designing and manufacturing our award plaques. This year's community service project was More Love Letters, an initiative that brings love and light to those who need it most. Thank you to everyone who sent a letter. You made a difference in someone's life, and that is invaluable. With that being said, the schools who sent in the most letters and the winners of their own 3D printers are Eminence Middle School and Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School. At this time, would the Kentucky TSA State Advisor, Mr. Mark Harrell, please come forward and present the Achievement and Recognition Awards.
The Technology Student Association is pleased to present 2 Kentucky Technology Student Association Distinguished Leader Scholarships in the amount of $500 each to J.C. Bussell and Sam Bodine, both from Bath County. These scholarships have been created in honor of several distinguished Kentucky leaders of TSA who have made a significant contribution to growth, development, and success of the organization. Those leaders are Tom Osborne, Larry Downs, Bobby Woods, Eugene Keith, and Henry Lacey. Our next scholarship has been created by Eastern Kentucky University's Department of Applied Engineering and Technology. This scholarship is in the amount of $1,000 for an undergraduate student enrolling at EKU's College of Business and Technology's Department of Applied Engineering and Technology. This scholarship has been awarded in honor of Mr. Swinford, who received his bachelor's and master's degree in industrial education from EKU, and in 1958 he was invited to join the faculty in the Department of Industrial Education. Mr. Swinford taught classes in several technical areas, but his passion was teaching technical drawing in CAD. Mr. Swinford served 28 years as a faculty member at EKU and 33 years of service to education. The winner of this $1,000 scholarship is Devin Benecki from iLead Academy. Finally, I would like to personally thank this year's state officer team. Without the help and support of this group of dedicated students, we would not have been able to pull this event off. They have spent countless hours preparing for this state conference, including designing logos, t-shirts, lapel pins, and other behind-the-scene details that have made this virtual event run as smoothly as it has. We are truly grateful for their dedication to KYTSA, and although we are welcoming a new state officer team, they will always be remembered as the team who met most of the year on a screen, survived rock climbing during a weekend retreat at Natural Bridge State Resort Park, and was continually positive throughout this unprecedented year. Thank you again. At this time, each state officer would like to say a few words about what their chapter advisor has meant to them over their TSA career.
I could go on and on about how amazing Ms. Hutchison is, but I guess I'll put it in a short and sweet response. Ms. Hutch has been there for me since the day that I walked into her classroom. She was the one I could always count on when I needed help with a problem or even if I just needed to talk. This year was a challenging year, but we all came together and made it work. Ms. Hutch took on the challenge of being the advisor of not only one, but 2 chapters. This year, my high school lost our advisor, and we wouldn't have been able to have a TSA chapter this year if it wasn't for Ms. Hutchison. She is the advisor of Grant County High School and Grant County Middle School. So she stepped up this year, and she took on the position of being the advisor of Grant County High School as well as the middle school. Ms. Hutch is a very well-organized individual who truly cares about her students and their well-being. So thank you, Ms. Hutchison, for being an amazing woman and doing all this hard work and putting your time and effort into our chapter and organization. You are truly an amazing person. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you.
To Mr. Prater, I want to thank you for being a great teacher and a great advisor as well. Without you, I would not be a state officer. I would not be a great learner, leader, or a great pen trader. I want to thank you for all the time you invested in me and the Bath County Association for TSA. I'm going to miss all the time we had after school and in school, in class, at TSA State, at Nationals, all the traveling that we did. I'm going to miss that. But I thank you for being there for me and our Bath County Association. Thank you.
We all know that without chapter advisors, TSA wouldn't work. I have really come to see this as a truth this year. But despite all challenges, my advisor, Ms. Hutchinson, has gone far and beyond for me and the high school chapter of my school. I've now had her both as a middle school and high school chapter advisor. And no matter what or when, she always puts her all into helping and giving her time to our chapter. She doesn't quite know how much I'm thankful for her persistence, her patience, and her heart. I know others in her situation would have just given up, but she made the best of a bad situation. So thank you, Ms. Hutch, for saving my TSA this year, even if it wasn't what you thought it would be. And thank you for being one of the best chapter advisors out there.
I'd like to take this time to thank Mr. Ben Herzog and Miss Amanda Boggs, the 2 advisors of the Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School TSA chapter. Over the past 3 years, they've guided me through TSA, and I couldn't be more thankful for their support and dedication. Mr. Herzog, thank you for being such a fun and lighthearted advisor, and for always supporting our TSA community at Dunbar. Ms. Boggs, thank you for supporting my state run for state office, and for keeping me on track this year. I'm going to miss our after-school meetings and board game days, but I'm happy that Dunbar TSA is in good hands. Thank you for everything.
I want to thank my advisor, Miss Lisa Williams. I can hardly put into words how much I appreciate what you've done for me on my TSA journey. You've been my biggest cheerleader and at times believed in me more than I believed in myself. I'm sure you won't forget when I unknowingly 3D printed at 100% infill, or when we had to take care of borderline deadly bio-waste in a certain shop locker. I definitely won't forget everyone trying to play matchmaker, the hundreds of papers you printed for me, and your emotional support while navigating Hawks and WebAssign. I can say with pride, I'll always be one of your minions.
Now a word from our president, Audrey Soot, a farewell speech to the Kentucky TSA delegation.
Greetings, friends. I never got the chance to meet many of you, but you elected me as your president, so I think we're cool. I want to give a special shout out to those of you who I met while running for state secretary at the 2019 conference. The fruit snacks and gum we shared will bond us forever, as well as those huge stacks of temporary tattoos. The past couple years serving as state secretary and state president have been so insanely special. I've been able to meet and work with the most amazing groups of people. The engineering nerds back home, you know what you did, but I still appreciate you all. The 2020 team, some of the best people I've ever met. I wish we could have had more time. Mr. Mark Harrell, despite his I'm out of office emails, and our other amazing advisor, Mr. Andy Stevenson, whose laugh should be considered a lethal weapon. And I need to give an in-depth tribute to this year's officer team. You may not know us very well, but I'll give you a rundown of inside jokes and vague character descriptions. Starting off with the amazing, the talented, my right-hand man, and the person who introduced me, and your vice president, Joey Olagan. Joey is full of surprises and was quite literally a rock star this weekend. Mr. Secretary Cole Schroeder. I admire a guy who drives all the way to McDonald's for Wi-Fi just to join a meeting. Mr. Treasurer Hewitt Lessenberry. Hewitt is a ball of energy who scares me just a little bit. Next year will be an exciting year with him as president. Miss Reporter Phoenix Button. Phoenix is such a sweetheart, and even though she's the youngest, she still puts us all in check. I'm confident TSA is in good hands with her on next year's team. Miss Historian Maddie Hubbard. Maddie's capacity for caring about others is super impressive. Her laugh is also lethal, and she and Andy are a very dangerous combination. Mr. Sergeant-at-Arms Andrew Coyle. You send me the same picture of your wall every morning, but I can excuse that. You are truly a great guy. Keep breaking records. Lastly, I'll thank the TSA friends I've made across the country, and the officer teams we met via Zoom over the course of the year. Next year's officer team, you have a huge responsibility and a great honor of bringing us back in person. I'm so excited to see what's in store for Kentucky TSA. Seniors, come back and judge events. Thank you to all, and take care, TSA. We are continuing our tradition called Senior Send-Off. This tradition honors our seniors who have been a part of TSA during their middle school and/or high school career. We are proud to have you as members, and we hope you continue to support Kentucky TSA for years to come. Throughout your TSA career, we hope you have learned to lead in a technical world and gain the skills necessary to better our society. As you know, the theme for this year's conference is Together Towards Tomorrow. And as you head out into the real world, please continue to grow into the leader TSA has prepared you to become and work together to make the world a better place. We encourage you to join the TSA Alumni Association and continue to support Kentucky TSA after your graduation. As a token of our appreciation, your advisors will be mailed your certificate to be displayed proudly.
And now for the moment you have all been waiting for, the competitive event results. Our award recognitions would not be possible without our sponsor, Texas Instruments. Texas Instruments is so much more than calculators. Texas Instruments fires up your students' skills in coding and engineering. Their advanced technology platform is designed to translate programming into real world of the engineering and robotics. As you watch the awards scrolling across the screen, they will be accompanied by our first, second, and third place high school music production compositions.
think this is yours. Your move.
What?
Your move.
Alright, I guess.
So, who are you? You're gonna move your knight here next, and then your rook to here. Are you sure you want to do that? How did you know I was gonna move there? I know you better than you know yourself. I know what I'm doing. You're being too impatient. You've sacrificed too many of your pieces. Instead of focusing on the pieces you've lost, just value the ones that are still on the board. You think you're better than me? Well, do you? So, how's your dad doing? I mean, he's fine. He's in the hospital, but he'll get out. He usually does. Did you respond to the message? Oh, you mean earlier? No, but it's not like he'll care. Where'd you get that ring from? From my dad. Checkmate.
When I was young, I'd always pretend to fly away with Peter Pan and run away to join his band. The years moved along and I started to plan for my future. Based it on kids older than me. Nothing's changed, and I don't know how to rethink it. I'm left scared and confused. Wish I could go back to younger days and run away with Peter Pan. I might not be darling, but I wish that I was soaring. Though it's probably not pirates, it still feels like I've been looted. And I am still just a young lost boy, and I can't wait to find my way back to Neverland. When I look close, things seem a little better. And it's not as bad as I thought. I
You brought the snacks like we talked about, right? A single pack of gummies? This won't feed us for a week. Wait. Why was I the one in charge of bringing the food? Because I said so! Now I know why my mom always says that. We have no service. We're stranded. We're gonna be stranded out here without food and water. Wait. Okay, I've seen a ton of survival shows. We'll be fine. Look, I can make drinking water out of my pee and... Look, food. Or, just consider, we could walk back to the house.
It's just me. Now I feel so much lighter. I found the bright side to my cloud. I might not be a darling, but I still feel like I'm soaring. And I know it wasn't pirates, cause I don't feel like I was looting. And I will always be that young lost boy. But at least I found my way back to Neverland.
Of our 2021-2022 Kentucky TSA state officers. Mr. Sergeant at Arms, would you please come forward and swear in the new officer team?
We are jazzed to announce our 21-22 state officer team. Please raise your right hand. It shall be the responsibility of each state officer to uphold each position in the highest regard and fulfill the duties of your office. Do you accept these duties and swear to fulfill them to the best of your ability? If so, say I do.
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 I do. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present your 2021-2022 Kentucky TSA State Officer Team.
Will the assembly please stand and repeat the TSA motto after me? Learning to lead in a technical world. As my first order of business, I'm excited to announce that we'll be back in person for our 2022 state conference hosted by the Marriott Griffin Gate Resort in Lexington. Please plan to join us April 25th to the 27th. A couple of announcements before we adjourn. Please visit our conference webpage to learn more about our sponsors. Without the support of Army ROTC, Texas Instruments, Kentucky Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, and others, none of this conference would have been possible. Thank you to all of our sponsors for this support. Advisors, all rubrics can be downloaded from the conference registration system to share with your student members. Plaques, medals, KYTSA face masks, and hand sanitizer, along with our sponsors' gifts, will all be mailed to your school soon after this ceremony is concluded. Finally, we'd like to take a moment to thank Ricky Prater from Bath County. Mr. Prater will be retiring at the end of this school year after 30 plus years in education. He spent countless hours supporting our organization and his local chapter, and though he's retiring, we will always remember the contributions he has made to KYTSA, and we look forward to him attending our future conferences as an honored guest. I will now entertain a motion for adjournment. Is there a second? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The 2021 KYTSA Awards Ceremony is now adjourned.